Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to our undergraduate veteran end of the year celebration. While I know we all wish we could be together in person, I look forward to honoring our veteran community as well as our 8 graduates this evening. It has been my privilege to work with the undergraduate veteran community. I wake up each day with a purpose, helping our student veterans succeed. It is an honor to work with these driven and accomplished individuals. Every student veteran adds to our campus through their involvement in a variety of activities. Knowingly or not, your individual stories and experiences help us learn and grow as a community. This year, you have all achieved much and often. You have been successful in medicine, computer science, research, and finance in major cities such as DC, LA, New York, Boston, and San Francisco. You have attended the Tuck Bridge program, been research assistants to professors on campus, and worked at DHMC. You have done market research, product management, business consulting, medical research, worked for a variety of employers from the Department of Homeland Security to Morgan Stanley. You have studied in Cuba, Spain, France, and Italy. You have been busy having babies, winning awards from the Department of State, studying abroad on Boren scholarships, studying new projects through STAMP scholarships, or winning awards across the campus from the Dickey Center and the Collis Center. These are only a portion of the accomplishments you have collectively earned. Each of you should be proud of what you have achieved in one short year. Thank you all for what you have done. Thank you all for what you have taught us. And thank you all for what you have sacrificed in getting to and helping to make Dartmouth a better place to live and learn. It is important that we also acknowledge and thank those faculty and staff that are joining us this evening who have helped each of you along your Dartmouth path. Please give a virtual round of applause for these folks. Yay! Now, we have some special guests to congratulate those that will be graduating this year. To start us off, it's my pleasure to introduce Carl Toom, Director of the Academic Skills Center and advisor to the Posse 1 and 3 cohorts, to say a few words. Here you go, Carl.
Good evening. Joining the chorus of congratulations, I'd like to take this opportunity as the faculty mentor to the Posse 1 scholars to say a few words. As you've heard me say before, it's been a real honor and privilege to serve as your advisor, mentor, guide, and friend. It's been a real education for me as well to get to know you individually and to learn from you about how your special backgrounds and experiences have helped you to navigate and succeed at Dartmouth. You are indeed a special group of students. More than you might imagine, you have indeed made Dartmouth a better place. Best wishes for your next steps in life. Please keep in touch. I will always be glad to hear from you.
Thank you, Carl. Now here are a few words from Debbie Beal, President of the Posse Foundation.
Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Beal, the President and founder of the Posse Foundation, and I'm here just to say congratulations. I'm so proud of you. We're all so proud of you at Posse, and I want to welcome you into the Posse Alumni Network. You are now a Posse alum, and you've joined more than 5,000 Posse alumni who are out there doing amazing things. And while we've all been living in this really hard time, I think it's great that we get to celebrate this moment with you, this milestone in your life, and to tell you that you represent the hope on the other side of this. You are going to sit at the tables where decisions get made about healthcare and education, about social issues, about the environment, and about our world. And that alone makes me feel great because it means we will have a better world with you leading. So take this moment to you and your families. Congratulations. I can't wait to see you in person sometime soon.
Thank you, Debbie. Next, I'd like to introduce the President of the Student Veterans Association. Take it away, Anthony.
All right, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. You guys probably have a lot of commencement speeches, praises, congratulations coming your way. So I don't want to bog you down with another long speech. So On behalf of the undergraduate student veteran population that's yet to graduate, just want to say that we look up to you guys. You guys are paving the way. You're part of a very small group of people in the world, veterans that return to higher education, and then a smaller subset than that is those that return to a fine academic institution such as Dartmouth. So you did it. You graduated from an Ivy League school. This is no small feat. I'm sure that you can feel that, and I hope that you can swell with pride over that. When you have that diploma on your wall, maybe you thought about this when you were filling out your Common App. You know how great that feeling would someday be, and now you're going to get to experience that. And it's more than a piece of paper. It's going to represent to you all those New England winters you had to live through in the Upper Valley. It's going to represent to you those endless problem sets, those endless essays, those office hours. It's going to represent those FOCO cookies, or the free food on campus, whatever it may be. It's going to mean so much more than just that piece of paper. It's going to be highs and lows. Maybe it was a roller coaster. Maybe you were surviving more than you were thriving at Dartmouth. But that's okay, because you made it. You're still here. And you still get to say you graduated from an Ivy League institution. So I hope you swell with pride as you realize that. And in that way, you guys are pioneers for doing that. You know, it's still a very small amount of veterans that know about even access to higher education, like schools like Dartmouth. So, you're shining a path for others. So I just also want to add that, in doing the amazing things that you've done at Dartmouth, many of you are going on to do graduate studies, perhaps to start your careers, maybe explore different fields, or take a gap year maybe. But as you begin to face the future, and as every commencement address says, it's the next chapter. But all I know is that, coming from the position of a fellow student veteran, you did the military, you survived that, and now you did Dartmouth. So whatever the world's going to present to you, how hard can it be? You know that you can do it. You just did this. So swell with pride and confidence, because nothing should be able to stand in your way. Congratulations, class of 2020. As you may have seen in the email, we're having a small social following this. Please come join us, and wish your congratulations to the graduating class. Raise a virtual glass with us, and we hope to see you there. Cheers.
Thank you, Anthony. Kate Sullivan, class of 2013, and president of DUSA, would like to say a few words to our graduates.
Congratulations, class of 2020, on all of your accomplishments and achievements thus far, especially in the face of such an unprecedented end to your spring term. I want to recognize your resilience in navigating that uncertainty with poise and with purpose. And it's my absolute honor to be able to celebrate you today, with the Dartmouth community. My name is Kate Sullivan. I'm a 13 and Marine Corps veteran, and I'm currently serving as the Dartmouth Uniformed Service Alumni, or DUSA as we're known, president. And DUSA is an alumni community that aims to bring together all those who have served both in the undergraduate and graduate communities. And we're currently reshaping how we meet that mission. So I'm really excited to be able to welcome you into this community as veteran alumni, and I look forward to your involvement and your ideas. Congratulations again, and cheers to the road ahead.
Great to hear from you, Kate. We now turn to our graduates: Brad, Ian, John, Carla, Natalie, Ryan, Sean, and Taylor. Over the past month, I have collected numerous kind remarks about each of you from your friends, faculty, and staff. I have asked a few special guests to read a compilation of these words for each of you. They are the words of the people who care about you from across campus. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, I'm Tim Baker, a faculty member here in the Department of Religion and the Assistant Dean of Faculty for Special Projects and Pre-Major Advising. And I am thrilled to take the opportunity to congratulate you along with your friends and your family and your other faculty members and your deans and the president and the provost for a job well done, for completing your time here at Dartmouth at a time where we are all trying to figure out what things are happening and how things are going to be and what the next steps are. And you have overcome and you have reached the finish line, and it is truly a wonderful thing to behold. And it will be truly a better thing to behold when we can actually behold you next year. But in the meantime, I just want to say congratulations. And I particularly want to congratulate Brad Carney, one of my students, a student I've had for the last 4 years, who has taught me immensely and for whom I am enormously grateful. And Anne was kind enough to let me read some of the things that were written about him for this event. So Brad, this is for you. Brad is a quiet leader. He gains his authority and respect by being authentic, kind, friendly, outgoing, and caring. Brad's endless love and support for the people around him make him someone that is greatly appreciated. He is keen and quick-witted, but more importantly, he is kind. Many people are kind, or they appear to be. So it seems that we often overlook that quality as a matter of course. But Brad exudes a truer kind of kindness, a deep, abiding spirit of compassion and well-intent that distinguishes him as someone particularly special. Brad sets the standard for how veterans should interact with their fellow veterans and with traditional students at Dartmouth College. He encompassed all of the best qualities of an older brother, friend, and mentor. I could tell from the others that they saw him as a kind of glue. He gave off the vibe that you were always safe with him because he was insanely strong, cared deeply about us, and was a teddy bear at heart. Brad relishes the life of the mind, of learning how to think deeply and critically, as well as using those skills to make a societal difference. Being the UGA of third floor French was much more than a job to Brad. It was a way for him to connect with the students and to give back to the younger generations at Dartmouth in a way that monumentally shaped the trajectory of our Dartmouth careers. He is fashioned out of his own Dartmouth experience, being a philosophy major, being a UGA, a competitive bodybuilder and weightlifter, and being available and supportive of everyone. And I think that there is a rare kind of quality to someone who is so deeply thoughtful and empathetic, and also the possessor of a strength of will and determination to pursue goals for the well-being of others and himself. He showed me what it means to be a student at Dartmouth and the need to give back however we can. Brad enhanced my experience at Dartmouth by being a friend and a mentor, and I look forward to growing our relationship after graduation. I know Brad will go on to do great things in his own way and on his own terms. I am confident that he will make an impact, just as I am confident that his impact will be for the proximal and greater good. I consider myself fortunate to have met Brad and to have seen him grow during his time at the college. Thanks very much. Congratulations to you all, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Congratulations, Natalie Fry. I'm going to share here some snippets about you that were collected by Dean Ann Hudak. A fellow veteran student said of you, "First, I want to start off by saying what a beautiful and kind soul you have. We've celebrated together, we've cried together, and we've had loads of fun together. You are someone that I can always count on for honesty, loyalty, and laughs during hard times. It seemed fitting that, like most friendships in the military, ours began with a casual break after our group was let out. Natalie is super competitive, like scary competitive. It's probably why she's been so successful at Dartmouth. A professor said about you, she discovered an interest and skills in literature and writing. Successfully pursuing these, she resumed her study of economics, leading to an impressive entry into the financial world. Another professor said, and she will remain nameless, about once a decade, there's an exceptional Dartmouth undergraduate student who enriches my work and my intellectual life. That student completes work with creative spark, gets the work done with little or no drama, and blasts through my expectations, leaving me smiling at my good fortune to teach at this college. She's a quiet woman who exceeds expectations and is humble, an admirable combination. It has been an absolute honor to work with her and learn from her. She's met and exceeded every academic expectation I put before her as Learning Fellow in War Stories course, in which students wrote glowing reviews about the Veteran Undergraduate Learning Fellow, as Junior Research Fellow to prepare for Dartmouth's 250th Anniversary Symposium, Dartmouth's History with the Military, and finally as Humanities and Arts Research Program Research Fellow. Another student or administrator said, Natalie has consistently contributed to making the undergraduate veteran community more welcoming and positive. She is a great problem solver and so much more. During this past year, I got to know a kind, empathetic, intelligent young woman who is honest and never thinks twice about sharing a firm opinion. Finally, a fellow student said, part of being friends with Natalie involves so much personal improvement. She, just through who she is, makes me want to be a better person in all aspects of my life. I know that wherever you go next, you will continue to impact the people who surround you. I wish that every one of your dreams comes true. I could not have done Dartmouth without you. Even though I don't remind you enough, you have had a tremendous impact on my life, and I will forever be thankful. As we graduate, I want to remind you that you are loved and cared for. Impressive here, Natalie. You have left your mark in every part of this campus, among the faculty, among the administrators, and among your peers. You have had enormous positive impact as a veteran, as a student, as a woman. And I'm so very proud that we all can claim you as an alumna of Dartmouth College. Congratulations and good luck.
Congratulations, Sean Gaynor. From me, my first memories of you being bold and a bit wacky with your fellow veterans at Camp Olmsted, as well as the many weekly Posse One group meetings with Alice drawing pictures under the long table, will always be with me. As your Writing 5 professor, I so valued your thoughtful and sometimes challenging contributions to class discussion. And I know the many other much younger students learned from you too. And the perhaps tough but courageous decision to move from sciences to classics revealed to me, yet again, the stuff that you are truly made of. From other faculty, a word to describe Sean is intrepid. She's an amazing friend, loyal, smart, funny, fun. Sean is so kind and giving and warm. At the same time, she is fierce, brilliant, and outspoken for those she cares about. I valued her maturity and insight, her questions and observations. Sean was one of the best students I've had over the past decade, and I've had a lot. She was always lively, funny, perceptive in class discussions, and as a result, really helped create an effective learning environment for me and for her peers. From our interactions in the classroom and in Italy, I came to respect her drive and determination to learn and to excel. Her art is beautiful. Sean brought a maturity and wealth of life experiences that informed her participation in class and her written assignments and research projects. I'm lucky enough to have an original Sean artwork hanging in my house, a reminder of the incredible woman I've been so lucky to know. Sean's camaraderie throughout Dartmouth has been exemplary. Her presence really made me feel a sense of comfort in the diversity. Sean has had to complete her studies while dealing with matters most of our students never have. I recall once that she had to bring her daughter to one of the class hours in the horror cinema course. I genuinely appreciated this show of dedication. I know that Sean will go on to do amazing things after Dartmouth, and I'm so glad that I'll have the privilege of knowing her along the way. She has been truly reliable person, a remarkable person, excellent conversationalist, and potential lifelong friend. Her endeavors hold true with the sense of integrity she maintains. I'm genuinely grateful to have been able to work with Sean. I wish Sean all the best as she moves into the next phase of her life. I know for certain she'll be someone I'll remain connected with far past Dartmouth, and can't imagine the class of 2020 without her and Alice.
John doesn't judge and isn't afraid to stick to his values. He may not be super talkative when you first meet him, but eventually he'll open up to you, and it's really awesome once he does. John has many talents: discipline, dedication, responsibility, always respectful and appreciative. John has found his voice and exudes confidence in his academic and personal achievements, as well as what his future will be. He's always been this quiet yet super mature and respectful guy. Anyone who knows John also knows how invested he is in his family. He's gentle and often shares stories that include his mom and sister. It is clear that John's Dartmouth experience and opportunities are closely linked to how he is helping his family. John's also super hardworking and helpful. He's very intelligent and always eager to learn new things. Long before most students arise in the morning, John is walking back from reserve ROTC classes in calisthenics. In his first year, he was part of another very different undergraduate community by being a member of La Alianza, sharing in cooking and speaking Spanish. The opinions of others do not faze him, and if he ever gets criticized, he's willing to learn from the criticism and listen to their perspective. He's given much advice to others on this. He's also not afraid of meeting many new and different people. I sincerely think that his open-mindedness is one of his best characteristics, and honestly, a breath of fresh air. In his quiet approach to being a part of the veteran community, as well as Dartmouth, John has been intense and is making the most of his time here. He's always punctual when assisting others, and he has an extraordinary attitude when it comes to facing life's challenges. He's also so adventurous. He loves to travel and learn about new cultures and different people. John is an awesome guy and a gem of a friend, truly. If I needed to find one word to describe John, it would be diligence. John is a good citizen who has a high understanding of ethics and social awareness, and the list goes on. His dedication to serving others can be seen through his current service in the Army National Guard, where he has served at an armory base up in Albany since April. In the words of William Shakespeare, words are easy like the wind. Faithful friends are hard to find. I'm honored to have had the chance to work with John and to call him a friend.
Congratulations, Taylor Mooney. The joy of getting to know and working with Taylor for 4 years is that he's not your typical Dartmouth student. While many Dartmouth students conform to a certain mold idealized in Hanover, Taylor never did. He continued to pursue his passions in film, politics, and history, and never abandoned his rough blue-collar roots. Taylor easily has the best sense of humor of any Dartmouth student I've met. His frank, funny, and sometimes disconcerting comments in class discussions never failed to keep me on my toes. There's an old adage about the importance of being able to disagree without being disagreeable. Though a war hero in my mind, he rarely discusses his service in the Middle East or North Africa. His humility is inspiring, his kind-heartedness contagious, and his personality uplifting. Taylor's a grunt, a scholar, and a debonair, and always will be. Taylor's unvarnished in how he presents himself, direct and honest. Couple that with his natural and learned leadership skills. What I admire most is Taylor's ability to use his personality as a way to draw other students, and in my case professors, into conversations about important, controversial issues. He often regaled in my class with stories of his military experience that were equal parts hysterically amusing and profoundly challenging. He brought a wealth of personal experience and insight to my classes and to Dartmouth as a whole, from a part of the country not normally well represented on our campus. The way that Taylor approached his studies and colleagues with both seriousness of purpose and good humor set an example that we will greatly miss. I will always remember his advice to an off-campus workshop group, as each person was asked to say something before the first activity. When it came to his turn, he looked intently at his workshop attendees and said, "Don't be a jerk." Initially startled, everyone in that room knew exactly what he meant and appreciated his honesty. Supportive, but tough and straight shooting. I'm excited to see the many great things he will do in the years and decades to come. When he makes it big, don't view him as an elite or another Ivy Leaguer. Think of Taylor as who he is, the deeply Catholic, blue-collar Marine from Kentucky who fought against the grain to define the Mooney name. Congratulations, Taylor. Well, not an easy journey. You made it to graduation, and we're proud of you.
Congratulations, Carla Rosas. I'm Lisa Valdez. I'm professor of government and Latin American, Latino, and Caribbean studies here at Dartmouth. I'm speaking today on behalf of many faculty and staff who wrote words of praise to honor Carla today. We've been inspired by her grace, maturity, and wisdom since she first came to campus. She's inspirational, kind, hilarious, and always willing to help those around her. She's a genuine, selfless, down-to-earth, and outspoken person. Carla has an impressive work ethic, and if you've ever gone to the Orozco Murals room in the basement of the library early in the morning, you can attest to that. Her academic work stands apart for its creativity, intellectual curiosity, and original thinking. Overall, Carla sees the world as full of extraordinary opportunities, and she's not shy about taking advantage of them. An internship at the Supreme Court, a War and Peace Fellow, a stamp scholar, a volunteer for many different organizations, even a triathlete, Carla's one of our students who has done it all. At the same time, she has a strong sense of humility, and she's driven to do all she can to create possibilities for those who have as few resources as she did when she started out. I'm one of the many lucky faculty, students, and staff who consider her a friend. I've been particularly inspired by Carla's love and commitment to her family. A los padres de Carla, deseo agradecerles por mandarnos su hija. Ella ha tenido un impacto muy fuerte en nuestra comunidad. Compartimos con ustedes un orgullo enorme a todo que ella ha cumplido durante sus 4 años aquí en Dartmouth. Carla has had an enormous impact on our community, and we share with her mom and dad a tremendous sense of pride at all she has accomplished during her 4 years at Dartmouth. Thank you, and congratulations.
What an honor it is to join you all in celebration of the significant achievements of our veteran graduates today. You all have worked incredibly hard to reach this finish line, and with so many different stories to share about your Dartmouth experience. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to highlight the impact Ryland Spence has had on our community. Ryland is one of the most motivated students I have seen. I enjoyed discussions with him about mathematics and the sciences. I was struck by his demeanor and confidence and knew he would be successful. He is always eager to learn new ideas, practice them, and make his own knowledge for practical uses. Your constant display of work ethic, strength of character, and high intellectual ability has been truly inspiring. What makes him strong is his braveness. He is not afraid of asking any questions related to his understanding, which I believe is the most important attitude for successful learning. He leads by example when it comes to the way he conducts himself, and especially his academics. Our friendship has grown, and I have found someone who I can look to for inspiration when I feel my motivation levels and drive dropping. It is having students like you that makes me want to be a better professor and a better person overall. He is always on time, working hard, and trying to help others. You've always been a great friend. From opening his home in Boston to helping other veterans with math tutoring on his own time, Ryland is a supportive member of our community and an excellent friend. Wherever he goes from here, he will succeed far and beyond the competition through this determination and drive to better himself. I am so excited for your future. I know you will succeed in whatever it is you choose to do and will continue to be an excellent role model for future generations. Congratulations, Ryland.
Congratulations, Ian Reed. Ian is a wonderful guy, very friendly and down to earth, and always enjoyable to speak with. Ian is a brilliant student and an equally wonderful human being. I feel lucky that Ian walked into my classroom. Ian is the kind of student who reminded me every time I saw him, in or out of the classroom, what a privilege it is to be part of this teaching and learning enterprise. He always has wonderful composure and is always willing and ready to help out or jump on another task. One project in particular would faintly have not been possible without him. I remarked very quickly that Ian actually thinks through problems rather than learning perfectly and parroting the ideas of others, that he engages deeply, and that his sometimes quirky hunches turn into interesting classroom discussions that teach me something new. Ian's insights during our conversations, both inside and outside of class, will stick with me for a long time. His respect for knowledge was palpable. Just the way he sat in class suggested an excitement for the material. On the first day of class, the professor stated that one student will not be here today, as his wife is in labor. That certainly caught all of our attention and speculation as to who it was. I recall that the next class day, Ian rushed in late with his hospital bracelet still on, and we all gave him a big congratulations. From his internships at Rockefeller Center to the work at GAO in DC, I want to underscore that those for whom Ian works always want him back and want to assign him more responsibility. He's also such a charming person that I felt like I was sharing in his good fortune while he was at Dartmouth, his growing family, his new job. As a scholar and as a professional, he is becoming the real deal. Finally, he gets an A+ in marriage. For Courtney, with whom he had the good sense to want to be married, and for the incomparable Eleanor. I expect great things of Ian, and I trust him. The world will be much better with Ian's contributions to it. I wish him and his family the best.
Thank you, Tim, Roberta, Carl, Kamiko, Lisa, Larissa, and Marcus, for reading these kind words. As we conclude our event this evening, it seems that I would be remiss not to address the current events that are taking place in the world around us. I so wish that I possessed the oratory skills to accurately and succinctly discuss these and their impact upon each of you, all of us. Perhaps a simple, yet I think significant reflection is best. At one point in your life, you chose to swear an oath as you entered the service to your country, something very few do. What I wish to ask of each of you is to reflect on that oath again. How do those words made years ago resonate for you now? What are the actions you can take moving forward that honor that oath? What are the lessons you have learned in the totality of your life that you can bring to bear on what we all now face? In some ways, I'm counting on you. And even though others may not know this, they too are counting on you to continue to serve and lead. I have confidence that each of you can and will make a positive difference in our world. I want to thank you all once again for virtually celebrating the accomplishments of our student veterans. Congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2020. Brad, Ian, John, Carla, Natalie, Ryland, Sean, and Taylor, thank you for choosing Dartmouth and leaving a lasting impression on our community. I wish you health and happiness in all that you do. Good night.